Info FM. And you can follow all our social media handles on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM, on IG at Nigeria Info FM Lagos. So in today's edition of Relationship 360, Barrister is here with me. Hope you're doing good, Barrister. Happy weekend to you, and what do you have for us today?
Morning, Wendy. Awesome to see you again.
It's awesome to see you too.
Emmanuel.
No, I'm invisible this morning. No.
Because you are wearing white.
Let's leave it as invisibility.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you once again for tuning into Relationship 360. We deeply and really appreciate you. We do not take you for granted. So, Wendy, today is for questions and answer. But before then, yesterday, 16th of May, was the International Day of the Boy Child, which is celebrated every 16th of May since 2018. This day was founded by Dr. Jerome T. Luxon, a university lecturer from the University of Trinidad and Tobago. The day focuses on boys and their well-being, their need to feel happy, healthy, and valued within family and community. It is not a competition with the International Day of the Girl Child, but it is to remind you to also consider the challenges of the boy child. Now, in Nigeria, the boy child faces numerous challenges related to neglect, education, societal expectations, and the concentration of family on the girl child and the neglect of the boy child. The biggest problem I see for the boy child is where the father is often absent from home or maybe an alcoholic. The boys lack role models and parental guidance, and this affects their development and behavior. Fathers are the primary role models for their sons, and their absence or neglect leads children to circumstantial role models, that is, replacement role models. Now, a role model is someone who the child aspires to become, to take after, someone who models the child. To model, it means you have to chisel, you have to cut into shape, you have to breathe into the child, breathe your morality. That is the difference between good and bad. You breathe how to train your children in etiquette, how to train them in behavior. These are increasingly unavailable nowadays, and then the children look for available alternatives at the absence of the father, which are the uncle next door, the area boys, the peers in school, destitutes, cults, and gangs, because the absence of a father leaves room for all these. Now, teenage boys struggle with issues, and particular amongst them is masculinity. How to be a man. They are already running the moment they start developing male secondary characteristics like hair growing in their armpit. Their voices are now starting to get thicker and deeper. They notice that they are having pubic hair. Masculinity already is at their doorstep. But teenage boys struggle with peer pressure. That is expectations of the society, and then the pressure of their mates. And without proper guidance, they will fail. You cannot have a car moving without a driver. There is no way you have a robot without programming. You want the children, your boys, to succeed, but who is there to teach them about success? You want them to be decent, but who is there to teach them about decency and etiquette? You want them to be strong, but who is there to teach them strength and the responsibility of their strength? That their strength is not to be in the offensive, but to help in defensive maneuvers of their home, of the other sex. I was watching Spider-Man, and the uncle kept telling him, with great power comes great responsibility. That is what he always tells, and that's why you see Spider-Man is very different from all superheroes, because the uncle, each time you hear that voice in his head, with great powers come great responsibility. He is the most malleable of all superheroes. He is the most human of all superheroes. He is the most, how would I put it, moral of all superheroes. Of all the superheroes in Marvel and DC, it is Spider-Man. Why? Because there was an uncle that took, when his father died, the uncle took him, and the uncle was on his neck. The uncle discovered his powers and told him, with great powers, him and Superman.
Yes.
With great powers come great responsibility. You are strong. It is not to be fighting in school. You are strong. It is not to be pushing girls and beating girls and be fighting with your sisters. It is to defend your sisters. It is to defend your father, your home, your mother, and to be a strong voice against oppression. That is what your strength is for. But when the fathers are present, absent, or silent, we are concentrating more on making money, more on jobs, because you want to be up to a certain standard. And to get to that standard, there is a sacrifice, which is your relationship with your sons, your relationship with your daughters. You sacrifice that for success. Then when you are now successful, the children you sacrifice will now be your headache. They will be calling you. Chukwudi has started again. No, Femi Tutideo. Societal expectations, they struggle. Gender expectations about how they should behave based on traditional rules. The pressure to be tough, stoic, assertive, discouraging them from being vulnerable. As a man, you don't cry, you chest it up. Discouraging you from expressing your emotions. Just keep quiet, just man up. We now raise gargoyles, we raise stones, we raise archaeological fossils, we raise things that were supposed to be human and moral. Morality is the knowing the difference between good and bad, having a conscience. The International Day of the Boy Child is a remembrance. It is to remind you that you have a son that you must train. You concentrate on the girl child, teach them this, teach them that. But the boy child, you people just leave them to just go out anytime, but the girl child cannot go out anytime.
Yes, she has a call.
Teach them, you must cook, be a good wife. How about being a good husband? How about teaching the boy how to be useful, how to be smart? By all metrics, the boy child does worse in secondary school than the girl child, because that is the beginning of peer pressure. That is the beginning of their masculinity. You find out that these pressures affect their education. So over 40% of boys that start secondary school do not graduate. They lose themselves along the way. Some to child labor. They want to make money. Because you are teaching them that it is money that matters. You say, now who get money? Now who get money? But then, when you die, would you be buried with the money? Raise your children. These boys will be the leaders of tomorrow. And look at our leaders. The first thing when they mention their names is, I want to see the family that raised them. I want to see the father, where they will put big posters. Their father is 70, join them. And I look at this failure of a father. Look at your offspring. Few of them were actually trained right, but they allowed the outside dominate the training their fathers gave them. You see these people all over, the area boys sitting there. Their parents pass through the same bus stop that they are hawking, standing, collecting money. Their parents are also there. Some parents will come there to collect money
from them
instead of driving them out of that place. That what are you doing? It is every parent's duty to educate your child. If you die doing that, it is your duty. Why? Because if you are not able to, don't bring the children into this world. They didn't ask to be brought by you. Don't bring children into the world when you cannot be responsible for them. Parents will be saying, we want to have 5 children. You have more children. Can you take care of the children? Are you able to train, to teach, to send them to school? Then you now start doing lottery. The first 2 will go to school. Then they will use this one to support the ones that are not going to school. Why are you bringing them into the world when you cannot take care of them? You are now using them to do a Yoje Naira bet. This one will go to school. This one will go and work. We'll use the money that this one used to work to send this one to school. We will what
they apply
nonsense.
So much pressure on the firstborn.
But
especially.
I am going to be very cruel to irresponsible parenting. We started now that drive against child abuse. Shall we started. It is well with you. Please remember your boy child. Call them. Talk to them. You cannot be tired of training. The day we stop learning is the day we start dying.
I think I would like to, really emphasize on that area whereby it's not just on the parents. As an uncle, an aunt, whoever you are that is close by, it's just that somehow we've let go of that saying, that popular saying that it takes a community to raise a child in Nigeria, because everybody wants to be on their own. But I think people should pay more emphasis, should also contribute to raising the boy child, aside the parents. Even if the parents is not doing great and you can see, you are around, you can see that the parents are not doing their due diligence, they are not doing their duty. Nothing stops you from contributing.
That is ideal. What you have just said is ideal. But some people's parents are their problems. Have you seen where a child is punished in school? I was at a school. The teacher told this gentleman to stand up and tuck in. Tuck in the shirt. Oh, the boy was, vibrating on one spot. Sha did it and one kind grudgingly. And the teacher said he would remain standing. The following day, the mother came, the father came with 1 or 2 other people and were shouting, "Where is that teacher?" Just to tuck in his shirt. Is it that one, that community, that will not allow the teacher even to put morals? They punish children. I'm not talking that beating unnecessarily. It has to be definite. Before, when we were young, you put your hands out. They will use ruler on your knuckles. They would, but indiscriminate that you will come, they will beat the face, beat the back. That one does not make sense. That the essence of beating a child is correction. So the beating must be in a measure for correction. Maybe you stretch out the hands, maybe one stroke. The essence is, I want you to know that what you did is bad.
Wrong.
But now, just to talk in, the child went to bring parents and grandparents, and those ones came in, and the teacher was a female, and she was asking that what did she do, that she didn't touch him. How dare you? What did she say he should do? Stand up and tuck in your shirt. So is that one that will not allow you, the uncle, to talk to the child?
I think another thing I should tell people, one of the things that rule my mind whenever I meet people, young people around, is that, you see, you only know about you. You don't know about your children. No matter the age of your child, you don't know who they are going to end up with tomorrow in marriage. You don't know who they are going to be dating next year, next 5 years, next 10 years. If you're still here, So whatever you can do to contribute to anybody you meet, you don't know how this world can turn around. Life can turn around, and that same person you help, that same person you shape, same person you alter their life from bad to good, might be the person that somebody close to you or your immediate children, niece, nephew, wherever, might end up with. So whatever you do today is not lost.
Just be smart. Remember the case in Layani police station where a woman accused a man of sexually abusing the daughter. What
Yes.
did the man do? Saw this girl looking for an exercise book and gave her 1,000 naira to go and buy exercise book in front of her friends and bring the change. The woman went and started saying the man tried to sexually harass, and it got to the police station, and it got to me. From
I
here,
remember
you remember
we
that
sent
I
some
went
persons.
to. I went
Yeah,
myself,
you went some-
and people came in only for me to be disappointed. And the girl said, "Before God and man, this man just gave me money to buy that. I was the one going to ask people for exercise book, and he heard and said, 'Why are you looking for exercise book?' This early morning, said for her assignment that she doesn't have. Why didn't you tell your father, your mother?" The girl was just quiet. And I said, "Okay, take." To even help children at times in this country, you have to be careful.
But it shouldn't stop you from helping.
No, it shouldn't, but it has to increase your wisdom. If you want to help, maybe you should bring out your video and record yourself and record the help so that
Sometimes,
tomorrow,
if it's possible, reach out to the parents, give the money to them, let them give directly to the kids, or give them in front of them, because it's another thing again.
Please, let's move on to questions and answer. Don't be smart.
Anyways, the male and female lines are open. The male line is 0201 277 0993, and the female line is 0201 465 7190. I'll take it again. The male line is 0201 277 0993. The female line is 0201 465 7190. And you can send us a message on WhatsApp on 08095978505.
Remember that we're streaming live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM, and on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. Lagos, we're set. We're ready for your calls. The phone lines are open. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, man.
Good morning. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey, Carol, good morning, sir. Is there somebody I don't want to talk to? Go possible. Hello, sir.
You need to tell us your name and where you're calling from, sir.
I'm calling from Ejigo.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear?
Hello.
What about a situation whereby the father is trying to put the morals, but the mother is minusing the morals? What happens in that kind of situation?
That is a very common situation where the father is saying one thing and the mother is saying another thing, or the mother is saying one thing and the father is saying another thing. That is what I call a mismatch. And it is very important before you marry to know that both of you have the same views on how to raise a child. Some try to discipline the child, but the mother will say, no, you are too hard, you are too this, you are too that. And then the child sees the mother as the paddy, will run to the mother to escape the... Listen, in cases like that, because we are not just here to marry and to give birth, we are here to raise children. For me, Barrister Olumi, okay, there's a gentleman who called me. He's lost his sight. He's blind. And this is exactly what happened. Now the wife died and he can no longer talk to his children. So he called me to help him talk to his children.
His own
And
kids.
and he told me that, please, is it possible that I make his children sign an undertaking? I said, are you kidding? That they wouldn't be rude
to him.
They wouldn't do this, they wouldn't do that. I didn't get. He said, well, he was very strict, but the mother would listen. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you will regret it. It's either it is a father's job to train a child. It is the mother's job to nurture and deliver a child, and at 3, between 2 and 3, hand over that child to the father for training. If you are with a woman who counters your training, then you need to counter the marriage. With my full chest, I will not raise children that will turn around against me when I am old, because my spouse refused to allow training of the child. There was a man on my street, he has 46 children. The same thing happened as he had a stroke. Bam! The children came. The property that he was even sold, everything. We have
we have a few seconds. We are going on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be taking your calls, your messages, and please, this is going to be an amazing edition today. So don't go nowhere.
Coming up, we'll be back in a moment. Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks, we're clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Exciting games, music, dance, and fun for every family.
Join us for the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos, 12 p.m. sharp.
Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the vibe. Bring your brothers and sisters, your daddy and mommy, even your uncles and aunties to join this exciting moment. Even your friends aren't left out. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle.
Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Proudly brought to you by Kids FM, where every kid's a star.
They say truth sets you free. But in a world where news spreads fast and popular narratives shape opinions, how do you separate truth from deception? Introducing Facts or Propaganda, the show that puts the biggest social, political, and media narratives under the microscope.
More than 60% of the population is below the age of 30. A lot of them hadn't been to school.
A lot of these young people are not employable.
Every week, we critically analyze narratives shaping our country, separating facts from clever manipulation. Who benefits from these narratives? What's real and what's just propaganda?
Unfortunately, paternity fraud is not a crime in Nigeria. Our laws are silent on this issue.
Join the conversation. Be part of the investigation. Tune in. Join Babatunde Abdusalam every Monday, 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And let's uncover the truth together. Or propaganda. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Don't just believe. Investigate.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. way. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Lagos, I've got something fun for kids, parents, guardians, uncles, aunties, whoever you are. This is for you. The Kids FM Festival 2.0 is back. Get your families ready and let's have some fun with games, music, and so much more. If you missed the first one, don't miss the second edition of the Kids FM Festival, happening June 1st, 2025 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Lagos. Time 12 p.m. sharp. Don't miss the fun. Don't miss the vibes. Bring your friends, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, aunts, and uncles, and let's turn up. It's the Kids FM Festival. Let's make memories that sparkle. Register now at www.kidsfm.ng. One more time, register at www.kidsfm.ng. Let the countdown begin. Sunday, June 1st at Balmoral Convention Center, 12 p.m. prompt. Kids FM Festival 2.0. Family fun. So come, let's play.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Anyways, we are back and it's good to have you here. Still on question and answers. Barrister, you had something we were talking about, yeah? We had something we were talking about before we went on a break.
So when it starts, you get married, you have a child. And after, you start discovering that whatever you say, whether you are the wife, you try to discipline a child, the husband comes in, or you are the husband, you try to discipline your child, the wife comes in, and you see that there is a conflict of interest in the raising of the child. The first thing you need to do is don't bring in another child. You have to stop, because you have not even agreed on how to train with the first child. But some people continue. They will say she will change, or they will say, well, don't bring in another child. Then when you notice that this is persistent, you have to raise a very loud alarm. You call the wife's family or the husband's family or everybody that this cannot continue, because you cannot train a child like this. She has to allow you train your child, or he has to allow you train your child. If that persists and there is no agreement, then you cannot bring another child.
But in some situations, we have people who space themselves within 2 years. They give themselves 2 years. And I think within those 2 years, you'll be unable to
Sometimes
sometimes
I said
tell.
the moment you find.
He said the moment you find.
The moment you find. The moment you find. The moment you find that there is a very sharp difference between your parenting styles, or where what you say is countered, first of all, just stop giving birth, then raise a very loud alarm. You must raise that alarm. Most people that call me allowed it, thinking that, well, I will talk. She would say this, I will say that. Well, for peace to reign. I hate that nonsense. When you tell me for peace to reign, you sacrifice the discipline of a child for peace to reign in the house.
When peace,
where is the peace? Now they regret it when they are old. If it does not change, then I'm sorry, there is no agreement. You know what a union is? That is a marriage. It is a union, but when it ceases to be a union, where both of you cannot agree on how to raise a child, then there is no need for that union. You cannot train a child. You cannot bring more children. There is no need. But you have to first raise a very loud, you raise that alarm. Let everybody know that I want to train my child. Your daughter is not allowing me, and I will not stand it. If I cannot, of what use? What kind of father am I that I cannot train a child the way I believe he's supposed to be, as long as I'm not cruel, as long as it is not wickedness? So that is not for the peace to reign nonsense.
Lagos, let's remind you that we're not limited to boy-child questions today. You can ask, call, and ask any question.
Thank you.
Any concern that you may have.
Any question
on the program today. We'll go back to the phone line.
Relationships, marriages, whatever questions you have as regards to the program.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is true.
Please, can you speak up? We can hear you.
We can't hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, but you can do better, please.
Yeah, this is Yusuf calling from Surulere.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to appreciate the good work that you are doing. Thank you very much. Because I think I can relate with what he said, because back in those days, before you bring a child, I think there should be this agreement between the father and the mother that this is how we are going to.
Mr. Chooks, you might need to change your location. We can't hear you. It's very, very poor. Please. Okay?
You can hear me now?
Go ahead. All right, please do call us back. Remember the numbers to call: 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. Male only line and female only line: 0201 465 7190.
Please let it be a question, and please be quick about your question.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please, can you speak up? We need to hear you clearly. All right. Please do call us back. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Barrister. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Please, how is Gift doing now?
She's fine, thank you. She's fine, thank you very much.
Okay, you've been silent on our own side for a while. I wanted to know how she's
we are out of we're out of danger zone. It was when there was danger that
to God be the glory.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
to know.
Thank you, sir. You have a question?
I do call once in a while.
Today is for questions and answers.
But thank you very much.
Thank you very
your
much.
Question was thank you for your concern. We appreciate that.
Yes, a lovely day.
You too, sir. Thank you
so much. Remember that we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigerian Info FM and Nigerian Info 99.3. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Greatness. I'm calling from Italy.
All right, go ahead, please.
Sorry, I've not been listening to the program. I just want to know what the topic is all about.
Oh, we're having question and answer. So if you have any question regarding relationship, marriage, you can ask those questions, or you could just listen. We'll take more questions, and you understand better what our conversation is today.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Lagos, don't forget that you can send us a message on WhatsApp.
Yes, and we have a message right now. It's very, very long. It says, "Good morning, Barrister Lumidi. I just broke up with my girlfriend of over 8 months. I discovered that everything I know about her were lies. She's actually a single mom, and I loved her and her son. She told me that her son's father was dead, whereas the guy is alive. She said her late husband was Hausa, but the guy is Yoruba. He said that this, her little son of 6 years old, now believes and thinks he's an Hausa boy. She told me she's an Hausa girl and an orphan and is known everywhere, and her name is Aisha, with an Hausa surname, with NIN to back it up. But her name is actually Fumulayo. Also, she has an NIN for that too. The father and brother she told me were her adopted family, were actually her biological family. She did surrogates about 3 years ago, but never told me. I saw this in her diary. She's 29 years old, but she claims to be 27. Barrister, I really love her and her son, that I almost would have done anything for them. All I needed from her was to be real and truthful to me. I probably would have opened a new slate for her."
What's the question?
I think he's
just narrating.
He's just narrating what happened.
I think she's a secret agent too. Only a secret agent can have opposites. What's an opposite as identity? As an okay.
I think it's possibly if he said that she did surrogacy.
Yes.
Possibly that is where the dual identity is coming from.
Surrogacy is maybe a business transaction. It doesn't change who you are.
So sometimes they have to create an identity for you. Sometimes it depends on
but this is somebody that you are in a relationship with now.
It doesn't have anything to do with her lies, obviously. I'm just saying the dual identity. I'm just thinking.
Even the surrogate self, knowing that everything about your surrogate is a lie, is, let's move on. Thank you.
All right, Lagos, let's take more calls here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Chima, and I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, Chima, go ahead.
Okay, yes, Barrister, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I listen to you almost every now and then.
Thank you, sir.
But this is my first time calling, actually.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so, but all the while I've been listening, I never knew that I could have a reason to actually call one day. Right now, it's really hitting me so bad. Well, the whole thing is just about my son. Few weeks ago, there an argument ensued between my wife and I was at work, and then by the time I got back, she got the police, and then the police arrested me, and then I was detained for 3 days. By the time I got back after the detention, I realized she has moved everything in my house, including my credentials, and of course my son, and all of them are absconded. I have to petition her at the city's office, and then she was invited, but she never showed up. Her family, the matter was transferred to gender, and then they find a way, one way or the other, they find a way to, made a mess out of the whole thing. Now, the thing is, right now, I don't have access to my son. I don't have no information about her. She kept on threatening, demanding that if I want peace, that I will have to give her the only car that I have. I used to do Uber, that I'll have to give her the car. Otherwise, she will, show me and all of that.
Okay,
so
sir.
that's basically it.
Can I ask you some questions?
Go ahead.
How long have you been married?
We were married for 6 years.
6 years. How long did you date her before you married her?
I knew her. The truth is, when it comes to dating, we didn't really date, but I knew her way back. We worked in the same company.
That is not really knowing her. You were colleagues.
We were colleagues. She came to serve in the company where I was at the time.
She was even serving, not as a full staff or something. So
no, she was later retained. She was later retained, and then she grew her career in that.
Okay, so you didn't know her practically.
Yes, sir.
You didn't know who you married, and then when did trouble start in your marriage? What year? You said you were together for 6 years. So the first year, second year, third year, when did trouble start?
Okay, so what I noticed now that all these things have been going on, because she's been saying a lot of things actually. Now I realized that 2 weeks after we got married, she started making trouble. She started making trouble 2 weeks after we got married.
When you say trouble, what kind of trouble?
Okay, so I realized that every time she needs me at home, if for whatever reason, either for work or something, if I wasn't at home, she could either go out and look for a way to hurt herself. She could look for a way to hurt herself, because I remember 2 weeks after we got married.
Herself?
Yes.
Give me an example.
Okay, so 2 weeks after we got married, I had a call from the office to report back to work urgently. So she got back from work that very evening, and then while I was trying to arrange myself to return back to the office, and then she asked me where I was going. I said I just got a call to report back to work. And then she said she wanted to have a time with me. She wanted to spend the time evening with me. I said, but I had to go to work. Just allow me, let me go to work.
Okay, what did she do? What did she do?
Now, immediately I stepped out, she too stepped out. She was about 2 months pregnant at that time. About an hour later, my brother had to call me from another state to inform me that my wife had been involved in an accident. So she didn't call me, but she called my brother that is in another state.
That she was involved. When you now got home, what was the accident?
So when I go home, apparently she went. By the time she left home, she was crossing the road and a bike knocked her down.
Okay.
So subsequently, some other things continue to repeat. Each time there is an argument, she finds a way to hurt herself. She had even got to the point of even using a blade to cut her.
And when you saw that, what did you do?
So when I noticed all of this, at some point I became afraid of my life. I had to move out from the room where we were sharing room together to, go to another room. And then she now had to report to the brothers. When they came to my house to find out what is going on, I had to explain to them how she had been. That
so you did not report her to her family when all that happened?
No, to be honest, I did not report.
Did you report to your own family?
No, I did not.
So you did not tell anybody?
I did not tell anybody, to be honest. I did not.
Awesome. So what were you arrested for by the police? What petition did she...
Now, when I got to the police station that very day, the three things they presented to me that she complained was that I don't provide for the family the way I should, and again that my presence is not being felt in the house. Thirdly, that I threatened her because there was an argument, and I said she's going to learn, and she's going to learn in a hard way.
Video.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes, I said that.
So you were detained for 3 days because of that?
Yes.
What police station is that?
Ikotu police station.
They detained you for 3 days because your wife came to report that you were not providing as you should, you were not spending time at home, and that you threatened. So
Yes.
Okay. So did you petition that police station?
I did not. Now, when I told my lawyer to petition, it was one of the things I told the lawyer to petition, add in the petition. Unfortunately, when I now looked at the petition afterwards, I realized that she only petitioned my wife and her family.
You messed things up from the very beginning. Let me tell you, the first thing you did, number one, was not to know the kind of person. If you had only dated her, you would have found that whenever you have issues, whenever you have arguments, you would have seen it that she would hurt herself while you were dating. You would have seen this particular attribute while you were dating. But you didn't date. Secondly, when you started seeing it, you did nothing. How old is your child?
My child is 5. He will be 6 by August.
She was already 2 months pregnant when you noticed. but you never did anything about it until it grew and grew. You didn't even report to your family. There was nobody that was on notice. You did not. Now, what do you want me to do for you?
Sir, even what today the program is about male child, and the truth is that I have a very good relationship with my son. She had gone with everything that I have. The only thing I have, as I am talking to you now.
Oga, the first thing, if you see her today, what would you do?
If I see her today, to be honest, I don't want to have anything to do with her in terms of marriage.
What will you do?
I just want to. Nothing.
If you see your child today, what will you do?
Oh, if I see my child today, I'll be glad to see my child. I want to take care of my son.
What would you do if you came out, you saw her walking on the street with your child? What would you do?
To be honest, I'll probably look away and take my child from her.
Sir, this is contributory negligence, but we'll talk after the program. You messed up. You only moved to the next room in the same house when you saw that someone was suicidal. When you saw it, the only thing you did was you did not inform, you did not take any step until now. You don't have anything. I don't know what, we have to move on with the program. You cannot, I don't know how people live when there's fire burning.
Yes.
Do you understand? That is very dangerous. When you notice someone inflicts injuries on themselves, they cut themselves, they would knowingly walk into an oncoming vehicle, calculated so that they don't die, but they just get hurt. And they won't call you, they will call your family. Your family called you.
Another thing I also realized is that she was married. In between the time I left the company where we were working together and then met her again, she had gotten married, but she didn't tell me. So I also realized that the same way she moved my property out of.
How did you marry her? It's the same way she moved the property out of the previous marriage.
Yes, that is exactly how she moved my property.
Uncle, we will talk later. I won't ordinarily. I would just empathize with you and send you on your way, because there is nothing you can do to stew that is already sour. Do you understand? You cannot unsour stew. When you neglect, you don't treat what you ought to have treated, the damage done is called collateral damage. There's nothing you can do, but find that child is what you can do. I may be able to help you with that. That is, but this one, I will charge you. I will charge you like I'm an oil company. So you will choose, because this is you contributed. This is contributory negligence. You went to save yourself sleeping in another room, and you gave birth to a child in that house. And the police station, the Khartoum police station, I'm taking notice of that. The officers that conspired to lock you up for 3 days without a charge, did they take you to court? You cannot hold for more than 24 hours. You must prepare a charge. It will be once you hold the person, first day, second day, you must be taking the person to court. That is the let's move on, please.
Well, Therapy from Ikoti is asking, what's the ideal month for dating someone? Because
there's no ideal month. There's no ideal month. I dated my wife for 6 months. But my own was intense dating. We saw regularly. We spent weekends together. I saw by the 7th month, I had decided, I had made up my mind.
So when you say you've been dating, so this was when you literally asked her to be in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't mean the number of
don't say I knew her. How can you say you've known? You didn't really know her. We greet every time. Is that a relationship? Or how are you? Welcome to work. Your colleagues at work. So how's your boss doing? That's all you know now. You don't know anything.
Yes.
So you say, I know him. He stayed on my street. Our family has known. You never dated him. You don't know him. The person that will tell you who he is the person he's married to.
Yes.
or he's dating. Those are the ones will tell you who the person is.
Well, Afolabi from Osun State is asking, please, barrister, I met a lady for just 2 weeks and she keeps talking about marriage, but I told her I want to date her for 2 years. But she said she would date only for 4 months. Please, I'm scared to date a lady for 4 months because
what is scaring
she looks like a red flag.
You are a red flag the way you are talking. You are a red flag too. Both of you are a woman looking for marriage, Oga, she will get pregnant for you. She will use everything she has to make you marry. Once your views don't align, then leave the. Do you know how many?
Yeah.
What state is that?
From Osun State.
Osun State has a population of about 9 point something million.
There are lots.
And I'm sure at least in that Ogun State, there will be at least 4 million women. So you are telling me that this one is the...
3.4 million, actually. 3.4 million, Osun State.
Osun State?
Available data, but you understand how it is.
But it should have increased by now.
I delivered it. Ogun, sorry. Ogun State is where I delivered the Ogun State. Osun, sorry. Ogun was where I delivered the paper on that population.
As INEC?
No, it wasn't INEC. It was based on their own portal.
All right.
Anyways,
we have more calls. Let's take more calls and then we'll go back to the message.
Okay.
Numbers to call 0201 277-0993 0201-277-0993 and female only.
More talk, news and sports after this. Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347*880*3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347*880*3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Remember the name Arenas Plus. When malaria strikes, Arenas Plus. Remember the name Arenas Plus. When you feeling down, Arenas Plus.
Arenax Plus is the name to remember when you need to beat malaria with ease. Arenax Plus is a combination of artemether and lumenfantrine and is effective in the treatment of malaria in adults and children. So the next time malaria strikes, remember the name. Arenax Plus beats malaria with ease.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see a doctor. Available in pharmacies near you. Arenax Plus is a quality product from Swiffer.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
We're so sorry for the break in transmission. We're back, and we'll be taking your messages and your call. We're so sorry. We got carried away with the conversation. We're so sorry.
We didn't get carried away totally. We got carried away with your questions and making sure that we're able to take them.
Yeah.
This is a message. You're saying anonymous. You say, "Good morning, sir. Thank you for your good work. My sister is having problems raising her 13-year-old son. She's a single mother, previously married to a white man. He does not support them at all financially. Her son is refusing to do house chores at home, and we don't know what to do. Please help us. We're thinking of bringing our son back to Nigeria to train him."
Oh, the son is abroad.
Yes.
That you say refusing to do house chores. My uncle brought the child to Nigeria. The daughter would go out. She was 13, 12 at that time. She would go out at night. He married a Briton, and things got so bad there he couldn't. So he agreed with the wife. That is why I'm saying it is very important. The wife was a disciplinarian in Britain as well, because that time the wife would take off her shoes and chase the girl into the streets. And the uncle said, we can do something about this. Let us come to Nigeria. They lured her to Nigeria here, as if they are going on a family vacation, and that Nigeria, they took the passport, left her behind for the older sister. Oh, see the training. We would go there. This white would kneel down on both feet to greet, would clear she spent 2 years by the time she went back to the UK. Model citizen. I think she has a master's now.
Wow.
Model citizen. We want to raising children abroad. I wish you all the best.
All right, Lagos, will be right back just after this short infomercial. Remember, this is our station ID. Don't go nowhere. This is 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Round the clock, it's engaging.
From news to sport
and other conversations all day. Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
And we are back. It was a very, very short break. Very, very short.
Yes, Barrister, you were speaking to, bringing children back.
Back to Nigeria.
That was for those that our own children are in Nigeria, right? So for the ones that is asking that she's not doing chores and
We have another message here. This is anonymous as well, and this person is saying, my elder sister got married to a man who only paid bride price. No traditional marriage, court or church wedding. He lives a reckless life, spends most of his time in beer parlors and nightclubs. All efforts made by my sister, family, and friends to calm him down has proved abortive. My sister got tired and decided to pull out of the marriage and requested to return the bride price. The guy and his family has since refused to collect it. The man stopped taking care of the kids because my sister left home with the kids. My sister is confused now. Can she remarry?
Why?
Since he and the family rejected the bride price.
See, let me not. We have lots of people to go. The return of a bride price is just a gesture. Do you understand? It's a symbolic gesture. If a person doesn't, he has an account, Abby. Transfer the money to the account and put bride price refund. Simple.
As in the narration.
Yes. So if they now say they want to send, you have done what you need to, or you tie the thing, the other one that we went to do 4 years ago, we tied the thing to one brown envelope and put bride price. I went into their compound. They didn't open the door. I just threw it inside their compound. And we all walked away. It was on video. We just threw the bride price into the compound when the uncle refused to open because he knew that how can we be trying to return bride price for 2 years? I said, let's go to the family. When they heard I was coming, they locked everywhere. We threw it into the we recorded it, video. Whatever is in your compound is deemed to be yours. If they find a dead body in your compound, you are deemed to be the one who killed it. The money there is deemed to be yours legally, and that was it. The very next week, we wore Ashwebi and she remarried. It's not a problem. You said he will be drinking in beer parlor and all the family. Why didn't you do that before you married him? Why didn't you try to intervene in the character before you married him? He was doing that. You gave birth to the first child. How many children? How many children?
Huh?
Woman, how many children?
I'm not sure she...
So you gave birth to the first child. The man was not responsible, drinking. You gave birth to the second child. Now you are complaining. Don't give birth to children. I tell you that you give birth for fathers only, not husbands. Not every husband is a father. Not every... fathers also.
She said 3 kids.
You gave birth to the first one. They drink, they smoke. What is the role model for the child? We told you that in this International Day of the Boy Child, what children, especially the boy child lacks, is a role model. And you kept reproducing children for someone who is not responsible. You stop reproduction. Once abuse starts, reproduction stops. Once irresponsibility starts, reproduction stops. Why? Because at the end of the day, you will be the one to now cater for all the responsibilities. You now be calling Barrister Olumide, please, he doesn't drop money. There's nothing we can do now. That is the most difficult part of family law. Child support. It is not like abroad where it will send you to prison straight. In Nigeria, they get away with it. Nothing you can do. You go to court, the court gives an order. The person will pay for 3 months and then will stop paying. He will say he doesn't have work. He borrowed money. They are deducting the money from the loan. There is no way you can find out if that is true.
Anyways, let's take a few phone calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning. This is Moses calling from Lekki.
Moses, what is going on? What's up? Kilo Shele.
We need to talk.
We are talking.
So, not this one, you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but first, Barrister, let me ask this. Can a responsible person who knows what value is marry a person that he can see the value of that person? Because if you know what value is, then when you are picking a partner, you can see the morals, you can see the value that will make you say, oh, this is the person. So my question now is, can a really value person marry somebody with no value to the state that they will now give birth and the child will be, the husband will be saying, this is how, and the wife will be saying, no, this is how.
In fact, you don't have to go far. On your street in Lekki, you will find them there. It's everywhere. Responsible people getting married to irresponsible. You look at them and you wonder what the attraction was. I mean, how can such person...
That's the attraction. No, they are not marrying for value. That's just it.
There are plenty. Absolutely plenty. We have a case where the man will give the wife money to go and pay school fees. The wife will not pay the school fees until the school owner, being a family friend, now had to call the man after the 3rd term that, come, how long will we go on now? At least pay for 1 term. And he said, pay for 1 term. Okay. She said, first term you did, I allowed because of relationship, they did the exam. Second term, the man said, how do you mean? Call the wife. The wife now said, one day she was going, she entered one chance, they collected first term school. Okay, what of second term? Did you, how can a woman not pay school fees for
her child?
She doesn't want the children to be educated. So it is, we have veto.
Anyways, we'll be taking more calls, more phone calls. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Barrister.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. So my name is Adetola.
Okay, go on, Adetola. Go on.
So I wanted to ask a question, also maybe contribute, because I think raising a child is you have to be intentional. Looking at what is happening around now. So what I discovered is a lot of parents are not even. They don't even know what they are doing. They are supposed to be trained. Someone that doesn't know what he or she is doing, how do you expect them to train? Because if you don't know better, you can't do better.
Okay, sir.
Like the
So
Bible says, out of
your
the abundance of the
question,
heart.
we know. Yeah, thank you very much. But you know, you have to ask a question.
Well, how do parents learn to, train their child? How do they learn to be intentional, to train those children? Because we have a case presently where a girl is being beaten, by her boyfriend, not even, her husband, and the mom is telling her, "Oh, what did you do that is beating you? Maybe it's because you guys are not married."
The question, I need you to ask me the question. The question. Sorry, we don't.
How do parents? How do they know? How do they learn how to train their children?
How do parents learn how to train their children?
How can they learn to do that?
Because the parents already must have been trained by their own parents. This is generational. Where you see there is an absence of a father, the boy remains untrained. He is the one that will now grow up and not know how to train his own children. So that neglect by the father causes a generational gap, a generational thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? How can you? Yes, I do. You have to know how to teach a child the difference between left and right and wrong. Yeah. So it's something that is very important before you even marry someone. The person, you should see that this is a father, this is a mother, not a wife, not a husband. You know that because he's a husband doesn't mean he's a father. A husband simply means the companion of the woman. He can be there for no reason. He can just be a figurehead. You can marry anything, but anything cannot be a father. A father is responsibility. A father is discipline, correction, training. Thank you very much. Please, I want to...
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I have a phone call here. I want us to listen to this conversation before I talk. Hello, ma.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, ma?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Thank you for picking up my call, and thank you for agreeing to do this. I've not told anybody what we want to talk about, but I want them to hear firsthand by themselves. So please, ma, could you tell me what happened?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. This happened on a Good Friday, 18th of April, 2025.
Okay.
My husband, because we are not living in the same house, he lived at Ikorodu, while I lived with the children, 2 children here in Surrey. So he came around to pick the children. I want to spend time with them. I was in the church, being a Good Friday. So he came to the church to pick them. So I took the 2 children to Ikorodu instead of our house here in Surrey, which he has the key. So he brought them back on Monday, Easter Sunday. So that was when I noticed an abnormality in the girl's child behavior, my daughter, the first one, 6 years of age. So I keep on asking the girl, the girl later told me that the father told her not to talk, that if she talked to me, that she would die. So that was when I keep on asking before the girl told me that the father molested her. And the father used his fingers on her, which I've gone to a series of tests, different hospitals, and confirmed that. So that was exactly...
Sorry. He is the biological father. He's the biological father of the child.
Yes, sir. He's the biological father. He was one that pregnanted me to give birth to that child.
And he molested her how?
He used his fingers on the girl's private parts.
And there was penetration?
Yes, sir.
So what happened?
Just already disvirgin the girl of 6 years, and still claiming rights. At the first time, it was even the girl that told, because immediately the girl told me, when he called, the girl refused picking his calls. till he came back. Because he said he traveled. It was when he came back that the girl told him, when he was calling the girl and bought some things for the girl said, no, you hate me. You use your finger on my bum bum. Daddy, use your finger on my bum bum. You hate me so much, Daddy.
He said that. She said that to him.
Yes, sir.
Wait.
The girl was the one that told him. I have not, because I was trying to. How am I going to say such? Before the girl opened up that Saturday evening, being 2nd of May, that was the day the man came back. So, and the man denied at the initial. But when the man followed us to different hospitals, at least he followed me to one health center, they confirmed it. And since then, he left to Ikorodu. He has not come back. He was only calling on phone, give her the phone. Give her the phone. Till now, he has not come back to the house. Not unlike before, that every weekend he must surface. Even this today now, he has already told me that I'm not sure I'm coming, no.
Okay. What state are you from, ma?
I'm from Anambra. Why the man is from Enugu State?
Okay. So I want to give you like 1 minute to speak in Igbo. I want to understand Igbo. Please tell me how you feel in Igbo language.
Yeah. Barrister, amaham ka m ga-esi wee kwuo about ọ jọgburu onwe n'Igbo. Ọ bụ arụ na ọ bụrụ nwa onye ọzọ mere nwa ya ihe a. Ama m ka nwoke a si eme, ọ ga-egbu mmadụ. Mana kedu ihe mere ya o wee je na-arụ n'ahụ nwa ya, ọ na-edebe arụ na ọ fụrụ ya n'anya nke ukwuu. Amaghị m na ịfụ ya n'anya abịa ịdị na-ahụ nwa m aka n'ike.
Okay.
Amaghị m the thing o wutere m na ịfụ m atacha m arụ maka ya, o wutere m na n'obi.
Okay.
Chineke nsọ ka ọ bụ n'ala Igbo. Chineke gụkwuru ya nsọ, ala Igbo gụrụ ya nsọ.
Okay.
Arụ ka ọ bụ.
Okay. How did you get in touch with her? How did you get to meet us?
Okay. After, because on Monday I went to another medical something at Randu. So what they said there, I wasn't really happy about it. I was crying and moving on the road when I saw my friend, one of my friend's child, now took me to the mother. So the mother now connected me to a friend that knew Mr. Pius. That was how I knew you people.
One of our volunteers. Thank you very much. What do you want, ma'am?
I want justice, sir.
You want justice?
Justice I want.
How long have you been married?
8 years, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. We will do our best. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
God bless her. We were talking about parenting, about father-child, how fathers are supposed to be role models. People were talking. This is now what is going on. It has been going on for years. We have a case that the daughter has 2 children for her father, and she's 15 years old now. After 2 children, she's 15.
15?
Yes. So that tells you the first child was when she was 11. The second child was when she was 13. And they're all living together in the same house.
With the mom?
I'm just lost for words. I don't even know how to even react to that.
Let's go back to the phone lines.
All right, Lagos. We're going back to the phone lines.
We have a message here, and this person wants to remain anonymous. He said, my wife keeps suspecting that I'm cheating at my place of work. I have reported the same issue to her parents on several occasions, and yet she's accusing me and of the opposite sex, of sleeping with the opposite sex, and she doesn't want to see me anywhere around the opposite sex. Barrister, what can I do about this?
They say once trust is lost, all is lost. When what you have is a jealous spouse, where just greeting somebody. I have a brother who, the moment they got married, the wife just told him, they live in a block of flats, that you see, please, as we are married now, you cannot greet all these single girls, because all of them, it is to snatch somebody's husband that they are looking And he had been there, he knew the people in the block, and I was like, so I should stop greeting, and that became a problem. So I tell you that you cannot marry a jealous person, because there will be problem. There will be accusations. So if you are tired of it being called the name that you are not, then it will be better before anything. And jealousy is the most dangerous. It's called the passion of man. It is from jealousy that you have crimes of passion. 35.8% of murders in the US are crimes of passion. Whenever you hear a crime of passion, you will know that it is a crime that was committed by lovers. That is someone who actually was married, or lovers that dated and either killing their spouse, lacing them with acid, responsible for abroad they will just drive off the road and hit you with the car and drive off someone you had dated. Because so it's a very dangerous passion. It's a very dangerous character. If you are being accused all the time, you don't know where this will get to.
Yeah.
So just please, I think you need to report to her family, to your family. Ask her to bring proof.
Yes.
If she cannot bring proof, the next time she gives you an accusation, you tell them that this marriage is over. That is what I would do. I cannot stay. I am here now. You just hear that my wife is telling people in the area, and my husband, it will damage my reputation now, and that is all I have.
Anyways, we'll take a few phone calls. Hello, good morning. Oh, hello, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Robert. Barrister Olumide. Good morning. Good everybody in the studio.
Good morning.
Barrister,
How are you?
when that woman was narrating the story, my body just do me somehow. Honestly, like me now, I have 4 boys and 1 daughter. In my clear eyes, I will open my eye and do what this woman just said. How is that possible? Even if now which night they do, I don't know how some parents feel when they do that to their own children, your children that you born. If somebody do that to my daughter, I will not forgive, let alone myself doing it. I would rather kill myself now. People are wicked though. I don't want, if you have any opportunity to handle this man, I will be very, very happy, sir.
Thank you very much. We thank God for, at times I tell everyone here that please join our volunteer organization. This is what we do to help people in your area. When you join the volunteer group, it is just for your area. If you are living in Ikeja, we have the Ikeja volunteer group. When there are cases like this, you help stand for the victim. Because a lot of times these people don't know where to go, what to do. You have children being defiled, children being abused, women being beaten, men being assaulted in their marriages. They don't know what to do. But you have heard me here and you know what to do. So you help. And it was through one of our own volunteers that we were able to get this woman who came to us and told us that her daughter, in fact, if you see the pictures, there's things that you cannot, with a finger, I didn't know some things were possible.
I'm telling you.
If you see the picture.
Anyways, we have this message. The person wants to remain anonymous. Barrister is about love. Hope you're ready. Please, my marriage is just Oh God, thank God. Please, my marriage is just 3 months and it feels loveless because my wife only wants sex when she wants it majorly for procreation. My love language is physical touch. My question is it normal? Would this ever change? And please note, I married her as a virgin.
The Virginia. Virginia. At that time, my mom said that as a prince, at times it's only when it comes to marriage that they say I'm a prince. I don't know. My grandfather or something was like a king from the royal family or something like that. That I should marry a virgin, and I said no way. And she said why? I said I can't marry a virgin. No. Because a lot of times they use virginity to substitute character. You think that because you're a virgin means that the person is a good girl.
Yep.
Because he's a virgin means that he's a good guy. Virginity is just, God, how would I put it? It's a balloon, just a prick, and that is it. Virginity lasts for one intercourse. So if character was virginity, that means it only lasts that first night. Virginity at times, a lot of them are not experienced in areas of, they could be emotionally intelligent, but physically they don't know. So you have to be with someone who will teach them. But then some of them they have other ideas, and they capitalize on virginity as, as the platform for their other ideas. For example, sex is just for procreation. Let me get pregnant. Once she has 1 or 2 children, you find out that sex is out of the window.
Mm-hmm.
Your marriage is just 3 months. I would have asked how long you dated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the question I wanted.
I would have asked
for you to ask
how long you dated. Do you really know this person? Do you
have that
And that issue is always very important. Sexual compatibility, their ideas on sex.
Mm-hmm.
They never have that conversation, especially the religious ones, the morally, the good ones that they are, the good boys, I don't know why they run away. It is such an important conversation.
Very important.
You need to know the sexuality of the person you are. Anyway, I wish you all the best, sir. If you find out that it is just about procreation, then stop. So because you don't know what awaits after procreation, it is better so that you will not be fighting. You heard this one looking for one child, that the person just gives birth, and that's what I came to this marriage for. I just want to have it. You have to be careful. There was a time I was in someone I'm related to. I was
time.
Oh, time. How many seconds?
We just got barely 30
seconds.
30 seconds.
And she told us right there that all she just wants is to have a child. That whatever the guy wants to do in marriage, you can do. Let me just give birth to one child and I'm done. You have people with that kind of mentality that so that they won't say that this one that whatever he wants to do, he can do. But once she gets that one child, that is it.
Anyways, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we come back, we're still taking your questions, your calls, and it's open. Thank you so much.
You.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Remember the name Arenas Plus. When malaria strikes, Arenas Plus. Remember the name Arenas Plus. When you feeling down, Arenas Plus.
Arenax Plus is the name to remember when you need to beat malaria with ease. Arenax Plus is a combination of Artemether and lumenfantrine and is effective in the treatment of malaria in adults and children. So the next time malaria strikes, remember the name. Arenax Plus beats malaria with ease.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see a doctor. Available in pharmacies near you. Arenax Plus is a quality product from Swiffer.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire. Their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight. Each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher. The battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance.
Nigeria Info. Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Authentic spirit of Nigeria. Now available available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it goes without saying that every day is a day to win. Yes, every day you can possibly call yourself a winner. Why? Well, it is because over 200,000 naira is being given away on Nigeria Info every day. All you have to do is go to the website at www.oneplay.ng or dial the code *347 *880 *3#. Now, dialing that code from your phone will cost you 500 naira, and of course, clicking on the Nigeria Info button when you get to the website at www.oneplay.ng will cost you 500 naira. Yes, you can play as many times as possible. You can play as many times as 10. You can play as little as once. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on every show. Literally every show. Yes, I'm talking about Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, Game On weekdays, and of course, Football Frenzy on weekends. But that is not all. Every Friday, there will be another 500k jackpot, all for you to win. And to qualify for that, all you have to do is make sure you had played the game throughout the week. Yes, dialing *347 *880 *3# will literally qualify you for 2 opportunities at cracking this code. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are doing the thing. Go to the website at www.oneplay.ng or dial the code *347 *880 *3#. Make sure you're above the age of 18 while playing and play responsibly, as in play with only what you can afford to part with. One Play is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Make sure you are playing and make sure you are winning, and when you win, send your tithe.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. And Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with Gloriana and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
It's still Relationship 360, and we are taking your calls, we are taking your questions, and we are always here to listen to you and give you an advice. Barrister is always here as well. So we'll go straight to the phone calls.
I have
Okay.
I have a caller on the line. Hello, ma.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, ma. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Thank you for agreeing to have this conversation with me on air. So I wanted to just be very brief so that I won't take your time. So could you tell me what happened? Can you tell us what happened?
Thank you, sir. Now, this happened on April 4th.
4th of April this year, 2025.
April 4th. Yes, sir, 2025. That was on Sunday. When I wake up to do my domestic work, to do clean up in my out through my compound. So while doing it, and rain was yellow that very day. So we do fresh water every week, a day. Once in a week. So while the rain is falling, and actually let me gather our bath and edge of our bucket inside the rain to get water from the rain. So after doing that, after cleaning up the compound and in front of my entrance, after that, I went inside, I slept off. So after I slept off, I wait the came. My friend was telling me, let me quickly remove this bag from the place I placed those bags so that my landlord will not remove it with anger. So I have to rush outside and pick up those bags. While picking it up,
that's the bucket.
Those buckets.
Okay.
From the rain. So where I took it from. So by doing that, my landlord is upstairs, saw me, now called me, now said, Arábìnrin, mú ìgbálẹ̀ kó fi gbá omi yẹn láti bẹ̀yẹn lọ sí iwájú.
What does that mean?
It means that you, this woman, take broom and sweep that water from where I'm standing to the front of the gate. I couldn't respond to him. He repeat and call me, say the same thing again. I didn't respond. By the time I will finish, come down. With anger, with broom, saying all manner of things, playing cards, none of my business. So while I got inside, the next thing, I didn't say anything, I didn't talk to him, I didn't say anything. From nowhere, I just saw him. He rushed inside the shop. He raised his hand on me, on my head. Why? It's in my head, it's in me. I jacked him. I didn't do anything.
That's your landlord.
That is the landlord himself. From then, the wife coming. The both of them now started hitting my head, taking kettle, taking rubber, taking this, hitting my head. The next thing I saw that my mom come to the middle of bed. I don't even know that she was the one. The one trying to beg.
Your mother came in between. Your voice is maybe the connection, but your voice is not very firm, not very clear. Your mother came in between, tried to stop.
In between us.
Okay.
For them not to beat me anymore, but no, both of them, the wife and the landlord, and including the son, the last born of the landlord, come also start hitting my mom, hitting me, hitting my mom, hitting my head, hitting me up. There's one of the tenant boys, the son, also hold my hand for them to beating me also. I was like thinking maybe you want to separate. I don't know if the boy come down from upstairs to come and hold my hand for them to beat me. Beating me seriously. From there, now put the landlord said now put his hand on my private part to carry me up. Seriously. From there, I cannot even move. I cannot even raise my hand on them. Even my mom.
He put his hand in your private part.
Yes.
To try to carry you
up and knock me down. So I have to hold on the whole. Not even when I hold, one of the boys hold my hand. So there's no way I can even do anything. No way I can do anything. I cannot even raise my hand. I cannot even do anything to fight them. Both of them, the four of them, started beating me up with my mom. As they are beating my mom, they are also beating me.
Okay, go ahead.
So after that, I think their driver is one that takes the boy, the last born of the landlord, takes him out. So I don't even know how they even to take those people out. I don't even know. I don't know how they take them out. So that even the boy that holds me, one of the tenants boy that even holds me, I don't even know how the boy even left me. So after that, he now called my mom. And that very Sunday, they are going to church. The family, they are going to church. So after getting to church, he now called my mom that, sorry, he knew that they have never get angry the way he did this morning. But he should not be annoying, but he don't want to see me in that house. He don't want to see me in that house. He now came back from church again came in the afternoon, meet my mom inside the shop again, and still repeat the same thing that you don't want to
that
see
your
me.
mother should drive you out of the house.
Yes.
Are you
yes,
owing rent? Are you owing rent?
No, sir, we are not owing rent. We are not holding anything.
So-
anything. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
go
you
ahead.
don't-
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So you don't want to see me at all inside this house. If not, something else will happen. Something else will happen. Okay, that goes. The
That
only
was
day,
Sunday.
That was being on Monday again. Being on Monday on the 5th. So I was about to move out for him not to even see me that I slept inside the house. I don't even know that he was the one opening the gate. He's opening the gate. The gate, not the entrance where people are passing through. His own gate that he will pass through his vehicle, in and out. That is the place he's trying to open. And it's because of me around 4 a.m. in the morning. 4 a.m. in the morning. Why this landlord wake because of me? Because he knew that I'm inside the house. So as he saw me, as I was coming out, opening the shop, coming out, he saw me. And I said, are you the one? Are you crazy? I said, I don't want to see you. I said, I don't want to see you. That's why he rushed and opened that main gate that is passing through his vehicle inside the passage of the compound. He opened it from there. I saw him. I quickly rushed and closed the gate, our gate of our shop.
Okay, we have just one. We have just 1 minute. Then what happened?
So after that, he rushed inside the room from the shop. He opened it first, come from the shop inside the room and pick up his slippers, beating me up, beating me. They said they don't want to see me. That's what he's trying to say. And I'm a rapper.
That's
I'm
4
a rapper.
a.m. in the morning.
In the morning, 4 a.m. That was a Monday, on the 5th. Said they don't want to see me. So that's why he comes inside the room, our bedroom, beating me up and pushing me out of the roadside, out of the street. He said he don't want to even see me.
He dragged you out of your house into the street.
Yes, sir.
What were you wearing?
I'm a rapper.
Just a wrapper.
I'm a rapper. Yes, sir. And I'm even begging him that they allow me to put on clothes. He said no. Put his footwear from his legs. Whip me out of the room. While my mother is there, my daughter is there, my younger brother is there. Man, everyone.
Please, can I ask, how old are you, ma?
I'm 41, sir.
You are 41 years old.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. I think I will conclude this. Thank you for sharing. And then you now okay, let me just wrap this up. Thank you very much because of time. I will call you right after the show. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this lady who just spoke is 41 years old and was beaten by the landlord of the house because the landlord told her to sweep the entire compound. The entire compound has 23 tenants, and she was to sweep, and she didn't answer because the landlord is all very oppressive, the way he shouts at, but it had just finished raining and she just swept in front of their place to the gate. And that was when she didn't really answer. He came downstairs, started beating her in front of her mother. When her mother tried to intervene, the landlord's wife now ran downstairs and started beat both the mother. The mother is over 70.
Oh my God.
And this 41-year-old. And then the landlord's son now came to join the father. He now brought a stick to give the father to beat these people. The mother, the 70-year-old, now held the stick, that they shouldn't use the stick, and whereas the beating continued. Now we are talking about role models for sons. That boy is the last born. Seeing the father fighting, running down to join the father to beat an old woman who happened to be their tenant, and his daughter this time brought a stick. That showed you that that child was no stranger to violence.
Yes.
Now, why am I bringing this matter? This is the younger sister of one of our volunteers, and that the beating was severe. Beat her Sunday evening. Then Monday morning, when she quickly wanted to leave the house, you tell a mother to drive away her daughter from the house that she's paying from, that you don't want to see her in the house.
Because she doesn't want to sweep.
Because she doesn't want to, she didn't answer you when you called her. From your own section of the household, that she should sweep where 23 people live. And, it got to me. We have to go and investigate to know what is going on. And when I got there, I now found out that this landlord is a pastor. In fact, he's a church growth officer in Lagos Province 93 of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. He beat up this girl and the mother with his wife and son. I told it was taken to the police station, and he wrote a statement. He admitted every single thing because there were too many witnesses. He admitted every single thing. And then they started calling people to beg me, and but we went to that street and found that this is not the first time that he just barely a year ago, he wanted to beat up another tenant's wife. The husband came and they now fought. Then the tenants, everybody on that street had nothing good
to say
about him. That this man, and the insult there was that he is a top pastor. So when they were begging me, I said, I will agree. When the wife got there, the wife said, don't worry that they have 4 sons, that they just get a senior advocate of Nigeria. Those ones are my senior colleagues. I said, okay, any senior colleague that will want to get into, there's some dirt, there's some rough, the mud that you want to enter with someone like me who is always on the floor. He said, it's not a problem. When they started begging, I said, not a problem. I now told the DPO, that DPO, if you can go to that street and get me one person that has something good to say about this man, I will drop the case. They came back empty. On an entire street.
Not one person.
In the time of Lot told God and their conversation that if I find 10 good people, will you still destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? God said, no. After I reduced it to 5, after I said, if you can find one person that will say something good about this man, I would. When they couldn't find, I said, that tells you it will stop. You beat up this girl in the night, in the evening. Early the following morning, you beat her, dragged her outside in her wrapper. She had nothing on in Ajegule. She had nothing on. You beat her to the extent that her head was contorted.
Oh my God.
The night before, you wanted to carry her up and slam her on the ground. You put your hand into her vagina. Because you wanted to carry her. Because you wanted to carry her. You put your hand under your fingers and that means he did not even sleep at night. If you can wake up early in the morning, 4 a.m., to go and block somebody again, that means that night you did not sleep. You were thinking of this evil. So the case, we charged it. They now came to switch that the girl, with the reason why he attacked her was the girl ran to bring a scissors. He wanted to stab him. And the police said, oh God, this is not in your statement. They went to re-amend. The man begged, but you see, his wickedness was too much. Everybody has a bad on that. Can you imagine you go to an entire street and the police could not find one person to come and stand as a shorty for character? In fact, 2 people offered to pay for the prosecution. One old woman said, that finally, that she will pay. And I said, Ojo Gbogboontole. You see, if this man was not such a highly placed person, probably, he said that. I said, well, there are two things, either damages or prosecution. He said, damages, how much? I said, they should bring 10 million naira. I said, this is too much. They went to bring in that. Now brought one lawyer like that. I said, not a problem. We will go to eventually. He said it was just between two people. They are family. No problem.
I wonder what type of sons he's
The case
raising.
is going to be on the 28th of May in Ajeromi Magistrate Court. And unfortunately, that 28th of May is my birthday. So I'm going to be in court on my birthday at Ajeromi Magistrate Court there. I would give further what courtroom it is. So you can come and verify yourselves and look at someone that you put as the number 4 man in an entire province. Look at that. We warn you that before you make people pastors, you need to know their character.
It is well.
Why I brought this up today, the International Day of the Boy Child, is that his son came
came downstairs to join in the beating
and beat up this woman. The son did not only come to join, but brought a stick for the father to hit this girl with. So that is why I brought this matter up today. I think, let me quickly round up. Today is the Purple Curtain. Every third Saturday of the month, of every month, every third Saturday from 12 to 3 p.m. we meet at number 14 Ogunlano Drive, Surulere. You can get there from Ojuelegba Underbridge. Number 14 Ogunlano Drive. You enter and you say you want to attend the Purple Curtain. You will join us upstairs. The Purple Curtain is specially designed. It is like this question and answer session where people going through issues in their relationships, in their marriages, with their children. They come and we are there to help, teach, direct, guide. If it is something that we can take up and help you out, we will do so. But it is basically for people going through. And then some people also come, those that want to learn, those that want to understand the dynamics, mistakes people made, people who, we have had about one bishop who also came. It's always a very serious event. You see serious cases, live issues that may shock you if you have not been there before. Today, join us at 12 noon at number 14 Ogunlano Drive. See, as people are asking questions here, you come and meet me, you would see me live in person. It is free. We don't collect money. So you join me today for the Purple Curtain. Is every third Saturday in Ogunlano Drive, number 14, Surulere. For those that might want to reach me directly, my phone number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. You can reach me out or reach out to me on what is it called?
On WhatsApp
or phone calls. 0909 3214 942. Now, please, for those that might want to join our volunteer network, listen, it is important. When you keep quiet and do nothing, especially in your area, and people are dying left, right, center, people are in pain left, right, center, you have a share. Because, I don't have time to go into that. But for those that might want to also join our volunteer network, please, you can reach out to me by just sending me your name, your local government, and your phone number, your WhatsApp number. Please, I appeal to you, please support us. See, now, I had to bring this case to your attention. These are the kind of things we do. And we only thrive with support from people like you. Every prosecution costs money. And whenever our money is exhausted, we stop. We can't do more than, but we do our best. Where we stop there, we continue advocacy. We continue telling you on the radio. But please, we have a lot of us here who have supported us financially. If there be any glory, if there be any reward, God has to also reward you because you are sending your money to help us out. Please Support us. We have this case now. Do you know how many cases like this that are going on? Join us. Support us. It's not tight, it's not offering. Support us. Make it monthly. Whatever you can do, make it monthly for humanity. You know, with serious business. Well, when you meet me in person, you would understand. When you come for the purple curtain, when you see things, you would understand. Thank you very much. We will continue with this question and answer next week, Abi.
Yes,
you are looking at me that we shouldn't end it today. So interesting, Abi.
Very, very.
You forgot the time.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I think we can take a few phone calls.
A few
phone
Go
calls.
ahead.
Yes, just one more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me see. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Reduce the volume.
Please reduce the volume of your radio, please.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Obaro.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
You have 1
please,
minute,
I want
please.
to
You have 1
ask
minute, so please speak. Yeah, 1
about this dowry that you mentioned.
Okay.
I when I do my marriage, I do registry, then I do tradition. That tradition, the family of those people, they refund that money that they deem that they don't sell their daughter.
Yeah.
And I refuse. And they insist that they don't collect money when they take their daughter out. So one of my family members said, okay, collect it. But ever since then, I'm not happy because how can they say in their family they don't?
Yes, a lot of people don't do. They will take it and refund it to you. You might give 50 naira. They might take 2 naira and give you the remaining 48 naira back. It's some people's tradition.
So, because I was thinking of so if they accept that, why should they say I should come and pay dowry? But my uncle said I should not worry that
it is symbolic.
Family are like that.
It is symbolic.
Okay.
It is not. They are not selling their child. How much do you want to pay? It is symbolic. That bride price is not called dowry. Dowry is what men pay to their wives. Bride price is what wives pay to their husbands. That's dowry. Bride price is what men pay to the family of the wives. You know, you fulfilled traditional requirements.
Yes.
So just move on.
Okay, we've come to an end, but not really an end. Coming right up next is The Discuss with Uncle Jimmy. And it's awesome to have you here. It's still the morning show, and I am Wendy. See you same time next week, Saturday.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's